Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakahak Wadash, Barakatum. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone who ruled and teach well. And peace and salutations to you, sincere Akim out there, pushing this word in truth and sincerity to the four corners of the globe. May you brothers endure until the end. This is the Brother Ra'aya with another video, and I'm going to start it off in Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And the righteous are the children of Israel, which are known as you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Today, we were made to be the perfection of beauty, the representatives and the image of the Most High on the planet Earth. But, through the rebellion of, the majority of our people throughout the different ages and captivities under these heathens, we've continued to fall off and follow after the ways of these heathens. But there is that remnant, that elect number right now that is coming back to their power, Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, doing everything to please him. And they're going to be the first fruits in the kingdom of heaven to begin establishing righteousness. And then the rest of the nation that was rebellious and wicked on this side and were judged for it are going to be reborn through the loins of the elect in the kingdom. And hey, we're going to be under the new covenant with the laws, statutes, and commandments in us. And we're going to govern the planet under the laws, statutes, and commandments in the scriptures, which is the only right way to do things. But as it says, when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And the wicked, according to the scriptures, are the biblical Edomites, or these so-called white people as they're known today. These Americans, British, Europeans, Russians, those small hats over in the Holy Land, posing as the children of the Most High, etc., etc. They're known as the border of wickedness in Malachi 1 verse 4. Wherever they set up their borders, wickedness follows. But as it says in Job chapter 9 verse 24, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. So during this current age of Esau Edom ruling, this planet is engulfed in wickedness, which, we can clearly see. Everything is in a chaotic state out here. People aren't living a natural lifestyle. They aren't eating natural foods. They aren't consuming natural medicines, etc., etc. And that's what I'll be dealing with in this video. This is an article from TheGuardian.com titled Band-Aid, Walmart, and CVS among bandage brands containing toxic PFAS. Testing of 40 types of bandages found 65% had alarming levels of forever chemicals in adhesive flaps and pads that touch wounds. Hey, just complete madness. Anywhere, the people turn in society, it's something constantly attacking their health, their physical health, their mental health, their spiritual health. And while a lot of these people think that this, modern society, is the end all be all, when you look at their personal lives, they're a complete wreck. Hey, when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And this is just another clear-cut example of what happens when the wicked are in authority. Because what kind of righteous or good person would knowingly put chemicals that affect people's health in their products? And best believe that these companies know that these chemicals do affect people's health, but it's all about the bottom line. Greed, making as much profit as they can, irregardless of how it affects, the people out here. And then on top of that, the elites of the Edomites that run this planet, such as the Rothschilds, and the Rockefellers, hey, they're about a D person agenda out here. Remember what the Georgia Guidestones said before they were mysteriously destroyed, that one of the tenets is to keep the human population under 500 million. And there's about, what, 7+ billion people on the planet. So they got a lot of work to do. So you've got a lot of these different things out here just, whittling people away until what? Hey, they get sent back to the spirit world. And this is just another example of that. But let's get into this article. Many popular U.S. bandage brands contain alarming levels of toxic PFAS forever chemicals, new research suggests, raising questions about the product's safety. Testing of 40 types of bandages made by companies such as Band-Aid, Curad, Walmart, and CVS, and who runs those companies? Edomites, found 26 products, or 65%, contain alarming levels of a marker of PFAS. The chemicals were detected in the adhesive flaps and in absorbent pads that press against wounds. So here we have, people using Band-Aids and these different types of bandages to cover up, a cut, a burn, or, any type of wound that makes your body susceptible to infection. But you're putting on these different products that would put toxic chemicals, cancer-causing chemicals, straight into your bloodstream. The findings are a wake-up call for companies that have the chemicals in their products, said Linda Birnbaum, a former senior Environmental Protection Agency official who analyzed the findings of bandage testing commissioned by the Mamavation blog. This stuff can directly enter the body from the bandage, and it doesn't make sense for these companies to use it, Birnbaum said. Research has found PFAS can be easily absorbed by the skin, which Birnbaum said makes the use of absorbent pads that touch wounds all the more concerning. PFAS, or per and polyfluoroalkyl substances, are a class of about 15,000 chemicals often used to make products resistant to water, stains, and heat. They are called forever chemicals because they do not naturally break down and are linked to cancer, liver problems, thyroid issues, birth defects, kidney disease, decreased immunity, and other serious health problems. Hey, and when you look at the average American, hey, these are issues that they deal with on a constant basis. So you're using toxic products that make you sick, and then you go to the physicians of no value to get help, and then what? They give you, I'm trying to think. They give you aids. We got to speak in algorithms, because of YouTube. We got to speak in codes because of YouTube's algorithms. But they give you health aids to help you out. But what? A lot of those health aids are petroleum based. Just look up how the Rockefellers back in the early 1900s completely took over the health industry, and it went from, herbal and home-based remedies to what? Mass manufactured petroleum-based products. So it's all a vicious circle, constantly degrading the people out here. And again, that's what you get when the wicked beareth rule. Most companies do not alert consumers to the use of PFAS products. Slakia, most companies do not alert consumers to their use of PFAS in products, and rules favorable to the industry rules allow manufacturers to claim the chemical's use as a trade secret. Hey, that comedian George Carlin said it best. Hey, it's a club that you're not a part of. The powers that be, they look down at the average person as a peasant, a serf, a goyim to do anything they want to. And again, there are agendas out here to cull the herd, so to speak. So it's no surprise that these companies and different organizations out here that are supposed to help people really are back-ending them behind the scenes. However, Independent testing has increasingly revealed the wide use of PFAS, especially in personal care products such as dental floss and toilet paper, open wounds, your oral care, and your, anal care. You just can't escape with this devil. The Food and Drug Administration has done little to restrict their use, and no limits exist for levels in personal care products. Band-Aid did not immediately respond to a request for comment. PFAS are commonly used in adhesives because the chemical help with moistening and penetrate the substance to improve the bond, which may explain their presence in bandage flaps. But you can't find some other, material that works just as well. In the past, how did people get by from wounds? They had bandages and different little things to cover up wounds, and they used the herbs and other homeopathic remedies to help themselves. You didn't have PFAS chemicals in the past, but during this current age of the rulership of the wicked, you have these destructive things destroying the people out here. And hey, this clearly shows that you Edomites, or so-called white people, are the wicked and the devil and Satan that the Bible speaks of. Let me see. But I'll read this last paragraph. But PFAS were found at the highest levels in the absorbent pads, possibly because they prevent blood from soaking through the bandage, Birnbaum said. So I guess in the past, when people had wounds, they just, bled to death if they weren't using PFAS or forever chemicals. Though she stressed it was unclear because companies hide such information. It is possible that some companies are unintentionally adding PFAS because the chemicals are used as processing aids during manufacturing. And when you have an understanding of the scriptures, you know that anything with this devil isn't unintentional. It's intentional. But that's it with this article. Before I get back to the scriptures, I'm going to just read this graph on this other article from time.com just to show you, besides Band-Aids, some of the other products out here that contain PFAS. All the stuff in your home that might contain PFAS forever chemicals. Let's see. Dust, guitar strings, varnish, furniture, cell phones, carpet and pad, plumber's tape, shampoo, nail polish, cleaning products, electronics, wall paint, floss, toilet paper, fish, tap water, candy wrappers, pizza boxes, dairy, non-stick cookware, like Pam, microwave, and popcorn bags, sticky notes. So pretty much every goddamn thing in your house. Hey, this devil, you can't put anything past this devil. But, hey, that's what happens when the wicked beareth rule. But now let's get back into these precepts. This is Isaiah chapter 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. And when you go into that word languisheth in the Strongs, it means to grow weak or feeble. The haughty people of the earth do languish. Hey, the earth is languishing, and the haughty or proud people on this planet are languishing as well, due to the rulership of the wicked, as it says in Sirach or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 10, as the king or the ruler is, so are the people. This destructive nature that Esau Edom has, since he's in rulership, the majority of the people on this planet have followed after him and become proud and haughty just like him, and they're being destroyed as well. But, everything is languishing under the rulership of this devil. Why? The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broken the everlasting covenant. This devil does everything clean contrary to the laws, statutes, and commandments. One example, he doesn't give, these crop fields or these lands, the soil that is used to grow vegetables and fruits, a land Sabbath, which in the law, you're supposed to cultivate the land for 6 years, and then on the seventh year you let it rest so it can rebuild that nutrients. But with this mass factory farm system that Esau implements globally, that's why the vegetables and fruits people get, it has less nutrients in it. Brothers have been going into information about something called bioinfusion now, where they have to infuse these plants and vegetables and fruits with more nutrients because they just lack natural nutrients. And then what? People have to take supplements out here because the food that they eat don't have the things and minerals and nutrients in it they need. Just complete and utter madness out here. And then you have this devil pushing these toxic, forever chemicals and other destructive substances out here. This man has to go, because if he were allowed to rule indefinitely, as it says in Matthew chapter 24, and except those days should be shortened, no flesh would be saved. If this devil didn't have bounds which the Most High set for him, hey, this planet would be turned into a desolate, uninhabitable wasteland. Hey, but call Halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahabushai that he set bounds for this devil, and he's just about reached it. And when he is taken out of power and the righteous are back in authority, the people will rejoice. This is Isaiah chapter 14. I'm going to read verses 5-7. Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, the border of wickedness in Malachi 1 verse 4. The wicked whom the earth has been given into the hands of in Job chapter 9 verse 24. The biblical Edomites and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger, using forever chemicals, GMO foods, spraying chemtrails on people, cell and Wi-Fi radiation, just destroying people, creating these different isms out here to destroy the relationships between men and women, the family structure, causing these destructive wars in the name of democracy and human rights, where you'll have a sovereign leader that lives in a nation with rich natural resources, but what? They don't want to play ball with these Edomites, so they label them as dictators and despots and overthrow them and set up Edomite-friendly governments that allow them to grape that nation of its resources and bring what? The alphabet group, democracy or demonocracy, the rule of the demon, McDonald's, casinos, strip clubs, etc., etc. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And while these heathens are going to go into slavery for the first 1,000 years of the kingdom of heaven, while it's being built up, after that first 1,000 years, they're going to be able to go back to their lands and finally live at peace. They're still going to be under our subjection and under the subjection of the laws, statutes, and commandments. But once they see that the earth being governed under the laws, statutes, and commandments brings clean air, clean food, clean water, and the family structure in order with the man at the head and the women and children, in subjection to the man, animals not being hunted to extinction or killed by what do they call it? By deforestation or pollution getting poured into the oceans. Hey, they're going to see that, hey, this is the only right way to live. And, they're going to have no problems being under subjection to the children of Israel and the laws, statutes, and commandments. But after that first 1,000 years, you Edomites, every single one of you, man, woman, and child, young and old, are going to be gathered up and permanently culled from this planet by fire. And hey, as it said, the whole earth is at quiet, and they break forth into singing. And he is persecuted, and none hindereth. These people aren't going to give a second thought to your red ass. But now I'm going to close it out in Revelation chapter 11, verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged. That first 1,000 years of the kingdom of heaven, where these heathens are going to be in slavery, building up the kingdom of heaven, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets and the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, the elect of the nation of Israel, that remnant who are doing whatever they can to please their power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, who are going to be the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, establishing righteousness, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth, the wicked whom the earth has been given into the hands of for this time period right now. You Edomites, hey, you're going to get destroyed, and hey, no, what to say, none is going to hinder your destruction, and nobody's going to care. The earth is going to break forth into singing and, be quiet and at rest when the righteous are finally back in authority. So that's it with this video. With this video, I hope you sincere Akim and Akwath were edified. Just keep strong. We are almost out of this final wicked captivity of the heathen nations, chiefly of the Edomites. And as always, I'm going to say Abad Babal, Kwam Yasharallah, and until next time, Shalom.